In today's presentation, we will discuss the term digital identities. But before we move on to digital identities, should we not discuss perhaps what is an identity? The author the reader postulates that identity is a temporary and unstable effect of relations constructed through marking differences. Therefore, it can be understood that one is not born with an identity, rather their identity is constructed over time and is based on exclusion. Lacan, another influential figure in French history, uses the reader's notion as the basis to his idea that there is no ego at the center of the self, and in fact self is born out of language. In fact, several mere theorists from history support the same notion that identities are in fact a mere construction, and are contingent upon several factors like time period and geographical location of where a person is born or raised. Therefore, they are also subject to change and are hence malleable. This then brings us to the question, can people have multiple identities? And then the answer, as you might have guessed, yes. But I believe the more important question is, why do people have multiple identities? Is it because of psychological disorder, or is it born out of necessity? There are several factors to consider. The degree of anonymity that is possible in online environments creates a freedom not attainable in the offline world. A person can perform whatever identity they choose, since online identities are based on self-descriptive text that can be crafted in any manner desired by the user. Multiple selves can be explored in parallel, creating an environment of identity, shifting, hybridity, and fluidity. Identities can be created that are impossible in offline worlds. Globalization has allowed people to be exposed to an array of different cultures, perspectives, point of views, and lifestyles. This in turn makes them question the way of things, and in essence their life. The fact that identity play was not as common back in the days as compared to today stems from two different important reasons. Firstly, the internet during the time was very basic in terms of the environment it created. Due to technological limitations, it was primarily made up of text. It was only after the convergence era that it became possible to upload pictures. Secondly, the internet in the early days was defined as the field for young, well-educated, high-income men, largely in the technology and higher education industry sectors. Thanks to popular culture, we are now blessed with this community that is now accessible to anyone and everyone, regardless of income, employment, gender, and ethnicity. With the emergence of social media, we have now become a part of culture wherein sharing has become a basic part of social participation. It helps people connect with other people, places, consumer products, and events. This voicing of opinions, so termed as the freedom of speech, can be done both anonymously and openly. While some might regard anonymity as a protection of one's identity, others like Wynne and Katz disregard the notion. According to them, anonymous identity play is not the right fuel for social change. They also argue that for a mainstream internet user, anonymity is quite the opposite of what he or she seeks. Furthermore, they argue that even with the anonymity that the internet offers, nothing and no one is entirely hidden after all. This begs the question, is identity a way to be able to express ourselves, or is it merely a trap?